Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, this time rounding off our final video on, at least for now, of all of the shared fate items. So I have left the last zone for quite some time to avoid spoilers. A lot of people were concerned that I was putting out the early videos of these a little bit too quickly. It has been quite a time since the expansion has been out now, so I think it's plenty of time for people to start talking about the final zone in the game. And of course I am talking, of course, about Ultima Thule, which is our last area on the list, our 6th area. So for fate rewards here then, if you don't know about this, we're looking at shared fate rewards, which is under the travel section. Once you have things at rank 3, they start selling the entirety of their wares, essentially. There's the previous expansion. On page 2 is this expansion. And then Ultima Thule at rank 3 will have the following items on the vendor, and we're going to have a look at a couple of those. You can find the gemstone vendor for Ultima Thule then over at base Omicron. There's a teleport for that. Most of you will probably already know that though, which is on the bottom right section of that, or southeast section. And N1499 gemstone trader will just give you these items for sale. So obviously we've got the first rank, which is the riding map and a crystal. The second rank allowed us to get the EA or YA card. I don't know how they're pronounced. I think it's YA, maybe something like that. And then we also have the Necropolis table. So we're going to look at the table today. And then there's the Close in the Distance Orchestra and Roll, which is the music from this zone, which I think most people will probably gravitate towards because it is a really, really good song. And also the We Are minion. So we're going to look at both a minion and a table. So let's do the table first, which I believe I already have in my inventory. So let's go over to my house and we'll have a quick look at this. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what this stuff is. I haven't looked at it myself simply because I wanted to save it for the video, honestly. It's been a while since I've had things unlocked, obviously, at the ranks, but I've held myself back for the purposes of video. Wow, I left this with no lighting on, did I? There we go. Let's turn the lighting all the way up. Boop. Right, so this is what the Necropolis table looks like. It says, anyone who doubts that furniture can be scary has obviously never seen this table. Okay. Oh, that's quite a nice table, actually. Holy crap. That reminds me of something you might see outside, like a furniture table, Wow, I don't know what a furniture table is. One of those ornamental tables you have like outside. Sometimes you go to these like outdoor areas and you have like these fancy tables. Strange designs on this thing, as you can see, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? It does look like a bit of like excess metal that's been beaten into a certain shape that resembles a table. The only thing that really makes it a table in a conventional standard is the big flat surface on the top, which I'm pretty sure will probably, there we go. It does act as a platform and makes metallic noises when you walk over it. More than just a table, this looks kind of like a dish or a brazier as well. This could be used for many, many different things in a housing scene. Not just as a table, but of course it is a table item, so that means that other items that are tabletop ready should be able to slot on top of it, which they can. That looks really cool, actually. I like that. So of course you can do all sorts of artsy things to make this look very different, and maybe to repurpose this table as something completely different. Maybe even a fancy set of steps that go into a loft system or something, if you're only good with loft glitches. Very, very cool indeed. I don't know if this is actually colorable. No, I don't think it is actually. No. Very interesting. So you're basically stuck with this gray color. It's not bad. It's pretty horrendous up close, but at a distance, that's quite nice. It's a shame they didn't give us a chair to go with it of the same type. I always find that's missing. Like if you're going to do a piece, specified in a certain way, it would be nice if we had the matching set. But that's the table then that you can get for bicolor gemstones. from the final zone. Nothing too crazy, but some of you might like that. But yeah, let's go outside and have a look at this minion, shall we? Into the open. It should be daytime. Yes, thank goodness. Right, so we're nice and flat. This'll do. Right, so the EA or the Ya minion, I don't know how you pronounce that. Someone's gonna tell me. I think it's the Wea, right? Wea, yes, here we go. So this says, summon your Wea minion, proof that you don't need to be big to think big. In order to rearrange their jumbled thoughts, the EA are known to temporarily shed a small part of themselves. In this instance, however, said part took on a will of its own and embarked on a journey of contemplation. So the minion text says, "My, how thoughtful," a quote there of Serena. So these are the guys that were contemplating the universe and everything and trying to, like, you know, realizing ascension was probably not the best answer to things, or at least that's the gist I got from a storyline. But, you know, I'll let you interpret that the way you will. But they actually annoyed me quite a bit in the game for some reason. I can't remember why. I think it was because they were quite defeatist in their logic, and it's something that I disagreed with. It was quite funny, actually. I was arguing with pixels on my screen. But whatever you think of them, they are quite adorable, aren't they? So these are supposed to be like ascended beings then. At this point, they do have this like floating halo, and of course they have this like what appears to us at least like a white sheet across them, almost like a little ghost, but that's actually part of their body from what I can tell, sort of like a substance of some kind, maybe skin or something, or like a little bit like the Whisperer Go-Go mount or something. It's just like ectoplasm or something. I'm not even sure. I wouldn't imagine it would be sticky to the touch. Why am I trying to imagine what this thing feels like to touch it? This is very strange. We went off the rails very quickly there. But it's quite an interesting minion, isn't it? So that's what that looks like. We have some interactions I think we can do. Let me see if I can actually... Yeah, we can get it to feed from a hand with a handover emote. We haven't got a pet collection title on here, so I'm surprised that it's doing anything. And that's the pet emote, which is... Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? That's pretty good. So the pet emote makes its head pop off like some kind of fluid. So maybe it is gooey to the touch as a hypothesis. All that's missing is a sound effect of that going bloop, bloop, but clearly they don't have that sound effect. It's quite an interesting one, quite a weird one, and definitely a great minion to add to the collection. There are many rewards from the bicolor gemstones, at least in the base game, until we get more added in patches. They're not the most incredible things in the universe, but I think this is definitely one of the saving graces for that. I can only imagine where we're going to go from here on out in terms of monster design. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let me know if you've got any of these items today. I think that pretty much wraps up most of the individual zone rewards. I think we have covered them all now in videos eventually. I'm sorry that these videos took a while to actually put together, but again, there are a few things I wanted to make sure, especially not spoiling zones for people, especially the last zone. Is, that's a pretty scumbag move if you spoil the last zone for people when the game just comes out. But, people see spoilers at different times and classify them as different things, so it is what it is. I'll still put up the usual this video contains spoilers thing as a thumbnail. So anyway, next time we do one of these, it'll likely be looking at the shared ones from Radzat and Old Charlian, so we'll look at those as well, and any more that are added into the future. Much love, enjoy the rest of your day. Let me know if you've got this one yet, if you plan to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Boop. Bleh.